Hey, flower friends, Luann here. I am excited about sharing this Tip Tuesday with you because we are going to talk about striking a balance between making a healthy profit and making sure that you have enough product to design the arrangements that you have promised to your client and make sure that they are going to be really satisfied with your work. And so I've got a University of Texas example here. This is an event that I did for the University of Texas, and I'm just going to use this as our sample. We're thinking about how many flowers we have here that are going to work for us. We're using parrot tulips, and this is the flower that I want to focus on today. We've got a podium arrangement. We're using 12 tulips in that design. We've got centerpieces. We're not using any in there, but we're going to do a welcome table that has 50 parrot tulips. And I know that parrot tulips tend to come in, their heads snap, things happen. I want to make sure that I have enough. And then I have a few extras in case I need to fill in this podium a little bit more. I want to make sure that design is really spectacular. So what I want to look at is my profit summary. I'm going to pull that up real quick, and I'm going to see that right now I am making a 76% profit margin on these flowers. So the cost of my flowers in total, with all the extras included, is $400.20. You can see that right here. We include the flowers and the extra flowers that are going to, everything that you order from the wholesaler. If you're using 6 in your recipe, but you need to buy 10 because that's how many you need to order from your wholesaler, this is including all of those flowers, which is nice because it calculates that into your profit margin. Right now, we've got a profit margin of 76%. I like to achieve a profit margin of 70%. And so this is over that. This is actually a little higher than what I need. And so I'm a little bit worried about, or am I going to have enough parrot tulips to make these designs the way I want them to look? I'm going to go ahead and look at my summary page, and it's going to show me that I need 62 total parrot tulips for my event. I'm buying 62 for my recipes, but I need to order a total of 70. You can see that in this column right here because they come 10 stems in a bunch. I've ordered them that way, and I have entered them into my system that way. When I go to create the flower, I can tell the system how many flowers come in a bunch. And so I'm going to have 8 extra. And out of 70 tulips, probably I feel like more than one bunch might break, more than one bunch might not be reliable. They might be a little moldy. And so I know that that's my experience with parrot tulips, and I want to make sure that I have enough. So I'm looking at my profit summary, and I can see that I have 76% profit margin. So I'm making more than I need in profit margin, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my recipes, and I'm going to go ahead and add a column. And I'm going to call this column extra bunch of tulips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put in 10 tulips because I'm ordering them by the stem. And you can see off to the side here that S stands for stem. You can see in my seeded eucalyptus that it has a B, and that stands for bunch. So if I'm ordering it by the stem, and that's how I've set it up in my system, it's going to have an S. And if I'm setting it up in my system and I'm ordering it by the bunch with the full price of the bunch, I'm going to have a B here. So what I'm thinking about doing is adding more tulips to my order. But the client hasn't technically paid for these tulips. So when I think about how I'm going to include this in my profit margin, I want to make sure that I put 0 in my quoted price because I am not charging my client for these tulips in addition to what they are already paying. You can see that in my centerpieces, I've got $88 worth of wiggle room because my pricing is a little bit under what I've charged my client in this situation. The retail value needs to be $712, but I've charged my client $800 for all these centerpieces. So I've got some wiggle room. You can see that down here by the numbers in black. And I'm only losing $76 by buying this extra bunch of tulips. So now when we take a look at our profit summary, we're going to see that our profit actually went down, our profit margin went down by 1%. It was 76% and now it's 75%. So if I take these flowers out and I just go ahead and take another look at my profit summary, you can see that it was 76%. and my profit on flowers was 1272.80. And now if I add these flowers in and buy this extra bunch of tulips as a safety measure, making sure that I've got my zero in my quoted price, because I'm telling the system that I am not charging for this item. When I take a look at my profit summary, it is going to go ahead and update it. So I'm only making $1,253.80, but I'm making a profit margin of 75%. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. I hope it helps. If you feel like you've got a really high profit margin and you don't feel like you have enough product, you can come in here and create a column that is called extra bunches of flowers or extra flowers. And then you can kind of see how many flowers that you can add in, keep your profit margin where you want it to be, but have extra product in case you need it. And then the good thing about having EveryStem is that every single flower is included in this total cost. Every flower you purchase that's on this recipe is going to be included. And so the pricing is going to include all of those flowers. And so when you walk into your venue and you bring all your flowers with you, you know that you can use every single stem of flowers and achieve the profit margin that you've got here. So I hope this was a helpful Tip Tuesday. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you all have a great week.